Thank you for joining me in this video series where I go over the 3 key elements that you need to provide your children for better health, wellness, immunity, sleep, mood, etc. And it creates just more harmony in the home. But first, I want to create these videos super short, super sweet, because you're a busy parent just like I am, and I want to make sure that you get as much value as possible, but without dragging this on forever. So my name is Alan, and I spent the past 12 years in human development and optimization and health and wellness. And several of those years after having children, I spent a lot of that time through parent and child development. I struggled with my 2 kids being picky eaters, and it was driving me crazy. Not only would I spend all of this time at the grocery store, shopping, prepping, then cooking. By the time we sat down at the dinner table and my kids refused it, I was like, it would drive me bonkers. There was downstream effects that happened because of this though. And specifically with my daughter, who was more sensitive, she started to develop mood and behavioral issues. Because of her poor nutrition, she started to develop like ADHD type tendencies, insomnia, mood and behavioral issues, poor comprehension, and all of that just started to wreck the family system. And I thought it was just her age and developmental stuff. But me being a researcher and my background, I started to research, okay, how can I support my child here? What I found was several studies, but one from Cambridge University, that linked all of those behavioral issues with poor gut health. And then my light bulb moment went off and I was like, oh my gosh, my daughter doesn't eat, neither of my kids eat, but my daughter doesn't eat. Of course she has poor gut health. And of course that gut health is now trickling down to these behavioral issues. It just makes sense, right? So the first thing that I implemented that I'm going to share with you now is a probiotic, and rebuilding that gut microbiome, especially for children, is really important. Now, the microbiome build out the gut lining, the intestinal tract, etc. And this does 2 things. This helps the absorption of all of the food that you eat and absorbs those nutrients. And it also helps eliminate waste. And unfortunately, most children's products, specifically food-related products, are really low in nutritional value. You have that effect with poor absorption and just poor gut health. This creates cataclysmic events inside of your child's health and wellness. The first thing that I would highly recommend is a really high quality probiotic to help build that microbiome back up, build that gut lining back up, improve that intestinal tract. And they call this the gut brain, or the second brain, because there is so many nerve endings around the gut and the intestinal tract that it actually affects the nervous system. So it actually makes sense that if your child's gut health is all messed up due to the gut lining and poor microbiome, and maybe they're constipated or have a lot of diarrhea because of this, it makes sense that their nervous system and their mood is going to be affected negatively. So you can find kids grade probiotics to help fortify that. And what this does, this sets a solid baseline so that the nutrients that you give your kids in the future, which I'm going to share with you in video 2 and video 3 down the line, there's better absorption in those, with those nutrients that you're giving them, with the food that you're giving them. So this is the critical cornerstone of fortifying the gut, being able to absorb those nutrients, eliminate waste healthily, and help improve the nervous system through the gut-brain activity. So catch me in the next video, and I'm going to go over the other key elements that parents need in order to improve their kids' health, wellness, vitality, and more harmony in the home. Thanks.